Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have such a story to share with you guys. Katie Miller, as you might know, is married to the White House Dracula. She's married to Stephen Miller, the boy who was shoved into lockers too many times, given too many wedgies as a kid, apparently. And so he's just out to get the world, like hates everyone and, just is a menace to society. Says a lot about her, right? I mean, it tells you she must be very insecure, that she is just like not the best person, that she must be pretty hateful herself. And like I said, an insecure woman, because I mean, who else would marry him? You would have to be that kind of person, or you wouldn't marry him. So she just went on and proved it. She was just on the Piers Morgan show, and she proved that she is just as pathetic and just as sensitive as her grotesque, vile husband. So check this out. It is just almost unbelievable. You have to see it and hear it for yourself.
That every time someone wants to criticize Mamdani, it immediately comes back to the Jews and the anti-Israel movement instead of actually talking about his viewpoints, which is that
nobody said Jews. You just said it. You always do that. We say Israel, you say Jews. We say Israel is a government. Please don't make it about Jewish Americans. And you come back and go, you have to make it about Jewish Americans. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Is Israel a Jewish state? Yes or no?
Yeah. First of all, okay, so Saudi Arabia is a Muslim state, and you can criticize it all day long, all day long. There's no special protection.
Because what you're doing is you're decoding language to mock American
Jewish state or
and
a Muslim
to say that
state.
we should not be here and we should not be in existence, and that you would be happy for other people like Mamdani to use
it. I want Israel to be safe.
Nothing of the sort.
Nonsense. You're totally lying. It's very normal for a Miller to be completely and utterly lying.
Quite frankly, I'm really sick and tired of this racist, bigoted rhetoric that comes from people like you against my husband, against my family, and my children. I am raising Jewish children in this country.
Who brought your children into this? What a weirdo.
Piers, I'm going to be done with this if you're going to allow racist and bigoted attacks against one of your commentators just for the sake that he will not
hang on.
speaking.
Casey, to be clear, he
inserted a line that says the Miller's lie. Is that not coded language for therefore we are Jewish? Come on, Piers. Where are you?
What?
Where are you standing?
God, you're so
Katie,
pathetic.
if I can speak.
Everything's your shield.
If I can speak,
anti-Semite. Fire him, cancel him, America. Oh my God, Israel's feelings have been hurt. Why don't you work for this country?
Can we try and get
this country?
Yeah, you are a guest on my show, and I appreciate you coming on the show, and I like you coming on the show.
And I'm saying the two other guests on your show are welcome to participate in the anti-Semitic attacks that is so permeating on CNN and MSNBC.
This is so ridiculous. I'm sorry. I have to jump in here. Somebody criticizing you personally is not an anti-Semitic attack. If somebody says that you are lying, that is not an attack on Jews. That is an attack on you. And just stop hiding behind identity. This is all the snowflake behavior that the right is supposedly criticizing the left for, that you're simply repeating here. Yes, Stephen Miller is a destructive force in American society. That is not an attack on Jews. That is no reference to his identity. This is an attack on him individually, and just deal with the merits of this case.
I mean, where do you even start with this, right? She is such a triggered bully. You can tell she is so used to getting her way and not being called out for her husband's lies and bigotry, right? I mean, she got her little Fifi so hurt. So, oh, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to go. I'm going to take my ball and go home because somebody said something mean. Like, what a pathetic little frickin' fragile flower she is. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you serious? And think about this. She's saying, well, you said that we're liars. So you're saying that Jewish people are liars. What? Like, no, that's you saying that. Like, you're making that all about Jewish people. That's her claiming that all Jewish people lie. They're saying you lie, Katie Miller. They're saying your husband lies. which he does like every other frickin' breath that he takes, he tells lies, especially about immigrants. So, yeah, you personally are liars. That has nothing to do with Jewish people. And they keep, as Cenk pointed out, they keep conflating Jewish people with Israel. You can be against the Israeli government just as you can be against any other government and their actions. And it's not a reflection on the people, on the citizens. Just like you can be against Donald Trump, as the majority of the frickin' world is, and yet not be anti-American, not hate all Americans. So she couldn't deal with the arguments that were posed or, the substance of the argument. So she immediately goes to identity politics and has a freaking, oh, we're Jewish. Oh, that's why you're saying we're liars. No, we're saying you're liars because you're a freaking liar. That's why. I mean, seriously? And then check this out. She actually got her feeling so hurt. She's so fragile. She's such a little snowflake that she threatened to have Cenk Uygur deported. I'm not joking. So this happened later in the episode because, she's not getting her way, the little spoiled brat that she is, she's not getting her way. And, the host isn't sticking up for her. And so she's ready to stomp off. And so she tells Cenk Uygur, quote, "You better check your citizenship application and make sure everything is correct because you'll be just like Ilhan Omar." I mean, first of all, Ilhan Omar is a sitting congresswoman and she's still in the country. So I don't know what exactly she's referring to of him being just like Ilhan Omar, because she's still here, Katie. Still here, whether you like it or not. And Cenk Uygur is a naturalized citizen. So they would have to denaturalize him to throw him out of the country. I mean, you want to talk about an uprising. They have the Cenk Uygur on the Young Turks, whether you like them or not, they have over 6 million subscribers and a huge base, huge following. She's a moron. She is just a moron. And like I said, she's a total bully. Eventually, she gets around to discussing the actual topics, which this was supposed to be about Zohran Mamdani. And Katie Miller claimed that Mamdani is going to, quote unquote, ruin New York. Now, we keep hearing that, right? We hear it from Steve Bannon. We hear it from all these other people. Let's be clear. None of them believe that. None of them believe this. They can say it over and over again. What they're afraid of is that Mamdani will actually be successful. Because if they thought that he was going to fail and they thought that his policies were going to go nowhere or suck or actually ruin New York, first of all, he's not going to be the mayor for that long, right? So how much damage could it possibly do? But second of all, they want him to fail. They want him to fail. And they're afraid that he won't. Because if he doesn't, then guess what? Other progressive candidates are going to succeed. People will look at it and go, oh my God, that's what progressivism is? That's what, democratic socialist policies can do? I want that. I want a candidate to do that in my area. So they're not afraid that he's going to fail. They're afraid he's going to succeed. And Katie Miller, she went on to whine again. she like hits up Piers Morgan again and said, quote, people on your show, instead of arguing the merits of his opinions, are going to sit here and use attacks on my husband and myself instead of debating us on our values and opinions. It is gross, it is racist, and it is bigoted, and I will not join your show again. Again, no one was making racist or bigoted comments. She is married to the epitome of a racist bigot. And this woman has the audacity to use that to deflect from the fact that she sucks, her husband sucks, Donald Trump's administration sucks, they're complete failures, and that's why Donald Trump's numbers are in the dirt right now. And the fact that Stephen Miller is a vile, repugnant, like lacking any kind of normal human emotion sociopath who is literally causing people to die right now and doing the most cruel, heinous things you could possibly do. And she is the one who's not arguing the merits of the case. She is not talking about the policies. She is turning it into, oh, they're attacking me and my husband. Oh, it's so gross. It's so racist. No, Katie, no, they were talking about policies. You made it personal. You made it about being Jewish, which had nothing to do with it. Zohar Mamdani has said nothing about Jewish people outside of favorable things. He has said negative things about Israel's government, as we all have, because we have eyes and ears, and we actually don't think that Muslims or Christians or Jewish people or anyone should be slaughtered, should be subject to a genocide. So, I mean, she just embarrassed herself. She embarrassed Stephen Miller. She looked like a petulant child. Like I said, throwing a tantrum, not getting her way, you know, not being like typical bully. I can dish it out, but I can't take it. That is how a bully operates. So anyway, I'm glad she made a fool of herself, completely made a fool of her husband. You know, oh, it's like she didn't get her way, so I'm going to go running to my husband to get you deported. Like, first of all, how corrupt and disgusting is that? And just so anti-American. You know, oh, these are the people who talk about freedom of speech. But as soon as somebody says something she doesn't like, oh, I'm going to get you deported. Okay, you free speech warrior, you, Katie Miller. Freaking embarrassing. So hang your head in shame. You made a complete and utter jackass out of yourself. Anyway, I will let you know if I hear any more. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.